Does this go any longer?
What?
Does this go any longer? The cord?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Wait a minute, don't do anything.
Oh, yeah. No. One second. Let me get this.
There we go. There I am.
There you go.
Are everybody there? Are they all on there?
Yeah, I think so. Let me
You're all listening
check.
to my charming voice?
Let me check.
Yes, well, there'll be a slight delay because the police are here. And it's not the police, it's the animal police. And apparently everything is fine and ridiculous, but apparently someone who shall remain nameless has reported there's terrible animal abuse going on here and that they should check on, I guess, Janine. And so they came up and they said she's fine and lovely and all that sort of thing, and they wish the hell everybody else would shut up. Right? So that's, they've been standing in the yard now for a good half hour. They're all seem to be happy about the whole thing, but they're not coming in here to do mail call. And Elizabeth did wave to me, so I do think she'll eventually be here, and she'll get the actual report of what's going on. But I just have a report from Shep, the lawyer, who said that the town was a little annoyed with the call, the constant calling, because it is pretty constant, and it's harassment. And I've been saying it's harassment for a long time, but at any rate, we'll see what happens next. Hopefully Elizabeth will come in and do mail call. Otherwise, can you see any questions?
Let me see.
Why don't we see if we have any questions? Definitely something. Well, I think what happened was that the service dog people are pretty annoyed that the judge the other day gave us not only what we were looking for, but assigned interest to it. That was pretty annoying, I guess. So they're just lashing back, is what my interpretation is, but we'll see. You got any questions?
Not yet. Hold on.
Salute delivery driveway camera. It's cute, it's ridiculous. I mean, it has gotten so ridiculous. It's comic. Somebody's going to make a fortune writing this up.
Any updates on the driveway?
Huh?
Any updates on the driveway?
On the driveway. Whatever updates on the driveway.
I don't know. Let's see.
I didn't know what I needed to update on the driveway.
Oh, maybe the camera?
I don't know.
Oh.
That's not my department. I'm just in charge of sitting here doing mail call. And trying to keep the...
Oh, for the SPD cars.
Huh?
For stopping the SPD cars going down the driveway.
Oh, no. I wasn't stopping them. I was stopping with Lynn, and I haven't really gotten to it yet. She knows about it now because she's gotten the notice, and she ought to be figuring out some other way to do things. And so I thought I'd give her a day or two to get organized and then crack down.
Betty's sending food at noon on Sunday.
And food is one of the big things around here that brings the crowd together.
It does. Someone mentioned, what about putting a gate across the driveway?
We got a gate. I can put a gate across the driveway. It's a pain in the neck.
Yeah.
It is. It's an excellent gate. I should give them a. It's a. What the hell is the name of it? What's the name of the gate? Monkey Fist. That's not it. It's. What's the name of the gate?
I don't know.
It's something like that.
I don't know. That I don't know. That one I'm not sure.
It's 2 words and something like Monkey Fist, and it's an excellent gate, and we've had it for years. And the problem with it at the moment is it's not plugged in behind me as I sit here, which keeps the battery of it charged up. And it's been unplugged for about a year now, so we just haven't used it. But when we shut the gate, and we don't have that automatic gate opener, you got to get out of the car and go open the gate, and get back in the car and drive through, and get out of the car and go shut the gate.
Is it called Gorilla Gate?
Huh?
Gorilla Gate? It's not It's not called Gorilla Gate, right?
No, it's not. Come on, begins with an M.
M?
It does. I'm pretty sure. There she comes.
Wait. No. I was just.
Are you on?
We're
She's
on.
on.
No. Excuse me a second. We're going to switch this over.
Okay. What are you going to switch over in the meantime?
I'm going to put this on so I can get your questions. And oh look, I'm headless.
That's all right.
You need to pump yourself up.
I know.
I'm going to move this chair. I'm going to pull it back. Can you tell me when it gets taller?
No, I got smaller.
Excellent. That's what we need. You smaller, so I can get Janine in as well.
She's outside.
She's just coming. She's dealing with. Oh, look, I've got a head now.
Oh, I see. Well,
Or maybe-
the thing that I wanted to say was that I believe Lynn drove by filming them out there talking to the animal control person.
Well, no, we don't know that.
We don't know that, but it's their usual MO.
Oh, we don't know that.
We don't know.
Well, at any rate,
We're all organised.
I do know that these people were standing out there socializing for a very long time, and it was a social
Well, can I
call.
just tell you, Alan sends you his regards. He wanted to come in and see you, but we thought it was about 3:30, so we told him you were sleeping. And then you were hanging off a rope at the door going, hey! We were like, was that a help? A cry for help, Janine? No, it wasn't.
Yes, so that was, I just want to,
You've not got a head now. Can you come down? I mean, seriously.
well, I don't want people to see my white legs. Let's just slide down as I go. You can go over here and sit in a bucket.
No, you sit
Yeah, you
there.
can sit on a bucket.
I'm just going to take your mum's knees off.
That's good.
Oh, you sat in my seat. Now I'm going to be the enormous one.
No,
Okay,
we don't do that.
thanks. I mean, it's all about the illusion.
All right, is it better?
Seriously.
What are we doing
No,
now?
no! Get on your own chair. I go to bed.
So I just want to announce I'm not going to jail.
Not yet.
I have responded today to the building inspector, sent me an email last night. There's been issues with the building inspector from Ipswich sent me an email, and I was to meet him this morning at 8:30. So I met him this morning at 8:30. Got back in time to do this fantastic job today with the unicorn. Made lots of people happy. The
Very
building inspector has dropped his report. There
Who
was
put the report in?
I'm not going to say anything. I have no idea.
I
but
didn't
no,
do that.
no, my mother did. No, yeah. So
You didn't
it's
go.
regarding the work that we're doing down in the tea tent. The post. It was a non-supporting post that Wallace put up. It was a decorative post. Not a post on social media. A post. It was a
tree trunk.
Tree.
There was an old pine tree trunk that was there that had gotten old and was wobbly, and I was worried that it would fall down while people were having lunch on the picnic tables. You could really shake it around quite a bit. So I had Wallace pull it up, cut down a new tree, or maybe he found a tree, I don't know.
No, excuse me, he got it from my backyard.
He got a tree from
We're
Elizabeth's
recycling.
Recycling? Okay.
Yeah.
So he got a tree from Elizabeth's backyard, put it into the, is that why it's so big? Well, anyways.
It was an enormous tree.
Enormous tree. I
It
thought he
was
was
a
going to come
big
back with
sucker
something a little
of a tree.
smaller.
It was a big
And
sucker.
it is now in place. and it's not a supporting, it doesn't support the roof in any way. So I did that for more safety. It's not going to follow roof. So I explained that to the building inspector, and he has dropped
All your civil
the
cases.
fine against me. And he was super nice, super nice.
He's lovely.
Had a Great Dane, knew you, and
Was it?
he had a Great Dane,
Who did?
the building inspector.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
So I was there for until 9 o'clock. Fortunately, Carly, okay. And then the next thing that happened was, I have figured out why we've had problems with the donkeys is because the white pony. I don't mean to be
Alarm to tell me that it was mail chat.
the white horse, the unicorn horse, Delight, is in heat, and that's causing Clark and Flower to misbehave.
And-
So Flower today had a pebble in her back. I could hear it when she walked up along the driveway. I could hear a pebble stuck in her foot, and I brought her up, and I tried to get the pebble out of her foot. She was kicking. She was really just naughty. And I was like, well, we can't bring her today.
Did you do that on camera?
I didn't get the pebble out of camera. No, I did
Okay.
not get the pebble out of camera. Carly dealt with it when we got back, so I didn't even get the pebble out. Sorry, because she was kicking too much, and I've had a bad day. I didn't want to get kicked on top of everything else. And she wasn't limping, but I could hear it.
Yeah.
And so the pony went back, and Carly brought up a goat. So we brought a goat, and we did the job with the unicorn, and it was fantastic. Everyone was really pleased.
And the reason we're having bad behaviour is because,
Because the little white pony, Delight, is in heat.
and the reason Wilbur's been beaten up is because
Wilbur, probably because of Clark.
because that's what the camera people were just saying.
Oh, yeah.
The Flower and Clark were picking on and
maybe
biting
we should
Wilbur.
put,
I think we should take Wilbur over to Meredith and go in with Irie.
Well, I think we should put, because we've got Delight and Wilbur together tonight in the stall.
Oh, right, okay.
And then we can make them a pair and they can go out.
I can go in the graveyard
Oh, yeah,
field.
well, we just took that fence down.
What?
We just took the fence, that was, yeah. So we took the fence down in the graveyard field because all the posts are rotting, and we got all the we've been taking fences down because
Is this
they're.
not the fence that you started about 2 months ago? And
Yeah,
then you
started-
stopped?
Yeah, but
Uh-huh.
we also had the metal guy here who was taking down, took a lot of old broken metal today. That has become an issue. That's another problem, but one thing at a time. So I thought everything was going smoothly,
I know.
and I was planning to do a few other fixes around the property, including get all of the recycling under control. We missed the recycling, and all the boxes. And I noticed 5 cars came up the driveway, armed policemen get out of the driveway, and then my heart stopped again, and I saw one of them turn around and it said animal control, and I'm like, oh God.
Here we go.
And they were looking for me, so they came and they inspected the donkey, they inspected me, they talked to Elizabeth, they talked to Carly, they tried to handle the donkeys, and they have decided that there is no issue here. They're going to write a report, which I will be happy to share, that releases me from anything, any harm, and they feel that there's the allegations of animal abuse are not warranted.
And then, that was quite quick to do that. We had a great old chat.
Okay, and then the only thing that they need from us is anytime animal control comes on the property, they want health certificates and paperwork for everybody, and fortunately we have that because Elizabeth is so organized. So, but they were here for quite a long time, and
Because you were gassing,
I was,
talking to people.
yeah, well,
You were chit-chatting. You were having a social.
yeah, well, they seem nice, and we
Okay,
had a
yeah.
lot in common.
And they love your mother.
Yeah, they do love you, but
Yeah.
you never want the same day. You never want either one, animal control
Building
or
control.
building inspector,
Building inspector.
on your property. Let's just say that from the beginning, even if everything is perfect, which we're not doing. Fortunately, I have to do a big shout out to Carly. The buckets were spotless clean, the stalls clean, the paddocks are clean, all the animals
Thank you.
look healthy. The
Just
only
as they
thing
are
that
healthy.
is not good over there is Clark is naughty and was
Yeah.
naughty for them,
Yeah.
and Lucy was naughty
Yeah.
for them, and we couldn't catch what's his name at all?
Who? Wilbur.
Elvis. Elvis.
Yeah, well,
Elvis
he's-
didn't want anything to do with anything.
Yeah, but Elvis is all.
So
all
I'm
fine.
still gonna have another sleepless night. I can't wait to see what happens to me tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Friday. I'm
Tomorrow's
sure
Friday.
it's
But they
something
said that
exciting.
someone had called them directly to report the instance. They sent, the person that called gave him the video. They're not aware of the video being spread. They only had one call.
And the other thing he said, which was really interesting, because
So
we
I'm
explained to
hoping
him
it's-
that Channel 10 News had been here, he said, well, I can tell you now, if Channel 10 News didn't want to take the story, there's nothing
Nothing
here.
here. Yeah.
Exactly. So, thank you so very much.
Yes, so I, you know, it's
It's just
It's
another
a
day.
bitch to be accused of animal abuse.
it really like.
When you're
but
breaking your neck.
I want to know where I can file a complaint of human abuse because those donkeys.
I tried.
I got kicked. I got kicked at today. I got run over by a donkey 2 days ago. I fell down over. No, yesterday I got knocked over by a donkey. On Monday, I got hit by a flying donkey. The wind knocked out of me. That's just my life.
But you didn't break your
And
glasses.
there's nobody cares. Nobody cares.
No, it's
they
because
just care
there
that
are not rules for you. If it's not been done by another person, sod it, Janine.
I know.
Just
So
suck it
Try
up.
elder abuse.
Well, we can
stop
try
it.
that if you
No,
like.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah.
been bombing.
Stop your whining.
Yeah.
You're
Be
whining.
quiet.
Okay, there you
Stop
go.
your whining or we'll hit you.
With what? Hands?
Yeah.
Oh, besides that, I can't hear.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
We'll verbally abuse you and you'll be none the wiser.
There you are.
Yeah. So it was a pretty tough day again today. I'm really, yeah.
But you know what? It actually worked out really nicely.
The people are nice. I
Really
think, I
nice.
think we have a good relationship.
Yeah.
Because I have a long history with the anywhere animal control is worried about the welfare and abuse and things like that. Mass Department of Agriculture, who was also contacted and came today,
Ridiculous.
they came looking for the paperwork on anything that the animal control does. Mass
They go
Department of Agriculture follows up and to make sure that you are compliant with your paperwork.
But
And you
she's,
are.
but she's lovely. That really nice lady.
Yeah, they were both.
Yeah.
They weren't very nice when I showed up. When I showed up, I was. But they got nicer and nicer because I was. Well, maybe it's because I was so nervous. Oh God, I was like, am I going to go to jail now?
Actually, maybe
I've
you should,
never even been
you
arrested.
Actually, you actually should go to jail and get a wee break. I think they feed you 3 times a day.
But no, I won't get my mango smoothies.
I think you can put in a request as long as it's up to a certain value. Yeah, you get PlayStations and everything. You could just
I don't
be
even
sitting
know
there.
how to use the PlayStation.
Well, but you could sit there on your phone and just ask for a charger and you'd be fine.
Okay. Yeah. Well, maybe
Yeah.
it would be a better life for me than what I'm living right now.
Might be safe.
Yeah. So.
I don't know what they're talking about.
We're all thinking where we can go to get away from
This
our
is really,
detractors.
and yeah. So next week
I
is
think
probably
it's
going to
probably
be crappy
easier to
too.
get them away from us.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really like,
I mean,
I don't know how
think
much
the
more I
town
can take.
is getting annoyed with the phone calls.
Oh, I know that. Yeah,
We
I
know
know that. I listened to that today,
Um,
and I'm like, but I'm not doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
But
us.
they also go to whoever's writing this story, it's going to be a good one. And those
It was funny because yesterday I said, well, we have a better story than animal abuse. We've got a little unicorn, and they're like, no, we don't want that.
No, and actually when they realised that there wasn't some sensational takedown, and
Yeah.
they could actually have been in trouble for writing that, I think, was essentially the problem. And when they realised it,
Right, there's
it
no-
was a non-starter,
Yeah.
they disappeared.
Yeah. Whoops, my things.
I've got the questions.
Well, I'm going to read questions.
No.
Well, I need to get back to work. I have things to do.
You're not doing anything naughty.
I did not ask. I did not ask either the building inspector or the animal control who called. So I don't know who called. I
It's on
didn't
the
want to.
paperwork.
I do know the building inspector said that he has a picture of 2 men and a Kubota tractor and a big post. That's all I know.
Yeah. Are you
So-
allowed to take photographs of people?
I don't know. But I'm assuming the 2 men are Wallace and Bruno.
I hope that
And
the
the big
houses
post
filled
is-
up and they weren't doing builders. Up! Honestly.
Yeah, so, I don't know, so obviously whoever reported it to the building inspector is someone who has been on the property. That's all I have to say, because I'm only allowed to say facts. That's all I know, facts. That is a fact that there was a picture submitted to whoever submitted a picture of Wallace and.
You can find it all online.
Yeah. When there's fines against you for building, are those online?
You can find everything online.
Okay, probably.
What?
You can find everything
And
online.
I think
I
there's.
thought you were being fined for something.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Still
okay.
trying.
Yeah, so, and I just was on the phone, because I guess there's issues with the, all that scrap metal that we took. I gotta call Chef.
That scrap metal came out of my house.
Well, and not all of it, there was fencing that we put in, and I took some.
But it came from down there,
Right.
on my house.
Yeah.
It was the stuff that remember they stripped out, they took out bits of the panels. It's my fencing. I had Bruno take it out because I've cleared the runs
Oh, okay. I
because
didn't know
they had trees
But,
down on
but
them.
also that old, they took the
red fencing?
that huge
Pipe.
gate pipe, that's.
It's bent like that.
No, not the one that's really, the red one that's really heavy that we.
Yes,
We have to
because it would fall on
They
someone.
they cut that in half, and they took that, because it's too heavy to be on this
Yes.
property and kill somebody.
But-
If we put it,
But that was the one that your mother bought. She kept.
Yes,
she
that was
herself.
definitely ours.
She
But
kept
there was
buying bloody red
also
fences.
they're taking the fencing that we're taking down and replacing. So that's what my argument is going to be: is we're replacing what we were taking down.
Oh gosh.
But it and then the part of it that he took was also the pipes in the thing that blew away.
No, it didn't blow away. There was a tree on it,
Oh,
and
okay.
it came
I took
down,
those
and the
pipes,
pipes were like
Yeah,
that.
they were all bent.
They were
all
broken.
bent.
Oh
'Cause,
goodness.
And I can say that because Carlene sat there, and I helped the metal guy load the metal truck. And anything that was at all salvageable, we
It was
argued
out.
over how bent the post was. It had to be really bent, not just a little bit bent, because we could reuse that if it's a little bit bent. And I'm like, but Mom, if it's a little bit on the bottom, when you put it in, it's going to be like this. Oh no, we can straighten that out.
I think we need a smelting machine, and
Yeah,
then
so,
what we can do is melt it down.
Yeah, so the metal guy did take a lot of metal. My goal is to just get rid of the enormous amount of rotting,
But
old, broken.
could I ask you a really
stuff.
sensible question, right? So we're actually securing the fencing, making everything look a bit better,
Yeah.
and making it
Yeah.
it fit for purpose, right?
Yeah. That whole.
But we
the
have
whole-
not done anything that isn't on property that we use or shared property.
And like when we're done with the Donkey Cafe, they're welcome to use the Donkey Cafe
Yes,
for
well,
their
you
lunches.
have said that,
And I mean that.
But I think the problem with it is we haven't taken anything. We haven't let dogs loose. We haven't touched anything
No.
that they're using
We would never.
or leasing.
Yes, so that's definitely true. We're only
Goodness.
replacing fencing in areas that don't have, but the cemetery fence, that whole fence, all those posts are broken, so we did take that down. And that technically is an area that they could use, but they haven't been using it. So I'm going ahead and replacing that. All the fencing that was falling down behind your house, we took that down.
Yeah, because it was dangerous to my dogs,
And then,
and the trees kept falling on it.
Yeah,
which
and
was
then
wood.
the thing here that got hit by a tree.
It was
Yeah, so
damaged.
we're just cleaning up, because really there's been a lot of deferred maintenance, as I said many times before. So,
Janine,
am I rambling?
Janine.
Yes? What's the face?
there's nothing wrong with what we
Okay,
did.
there's nothing. Well, you know what? I am
Well,
If you
very,
work on it really hard, you could make it bad, though.
yes.
Oh, for goodness sake. Anyway, so, well, it'll all work
Yeah,
itself out. It becomes very obvious what's going on. So,
Okay, yeah.
elder
Someone
abuse.
says she is mentally unstable. Is that me?
That's your mother.
Oh.
It can't possibly be.
I
me.
know I'm mentally unstable at this point. I am so mentally unstable. Like, I really, this has been a very low point in
Well,
my
can I
life.
tell you something?
I laugh
Well,
when I
wait a
know
minute.
calls,
The
but-
unicorn was a very high point.
It was a very
Yeah,
high,
it's
and
really
still
funny
is.
that I go-
She's still
Yeah,
rocking it
She
out
was
there.
fantastic today.
Yeah.
I really feel like the unicorn, I mean, it just, the reason that I had a whole different plan earlier today, but after that little pony was so kinkity, I was like, all right, we'll just take the unicorn and we'll bring a goat to keep her company in the trailer. We're going flat out unicorn, and I'm climbing around looking for the horn and.
Well, could I just actually
And
mention
they loved
what
it.
the alternative would be? Had you taken Clark,
And the
you
Kiki
would be,
pony.
and your unicorn, you'd been having an OnlyFans experience
Yeah, it-
wherever you were going.
Yeah,
so
Clark.
that's not really on our remit
We're not
or
we're not
agenda.
doing X-rated show.
No.
Although we might make some
Well, if
money
there's
now.
money in it, we might start.
Yeah, so it's very interesting what happened because we were supposed to bring Clark and Flower and
This is to a retired home,
yeah,
assisted living or whatever you
assisted
want to
living.
call
It was a really nice place, and they're coming next Tuesday with 14 people for lunch at Donkey Cafe. No pressure there, no pressure.
I wouldn't have given anybody advance warning of that.
Oh, sugar. I didn't no money in the jar.
That was good.
I know.
Well done.
But what this really opened my mind to, because one of the things that makes Goldy's farm visits so interesting is it seems that we bring such joy to the people that work there, as much joy to the people that live there.
Yes.
And today it was when she had a list of questions about donkeys, and her what she wanted to do before we went in to see all the people that live there was she wanted to do appreciation of all the employees. So it was a game. She went to specific employees. We walked along the corridors to find them, and she asked them 3 questions about. She was going to ask them questions about a donkey, but instead she asked questions about unicorns, and they had to guess their answers. Like, how are unicorns powered?
How are they powered?
How much do unicorns weigh, and do unicorns fly? And those were the 3 questions, and each one of them had to answer the 3 questions, and whoever got the closest of those 3 questions got.
Who decided what was right, the answers?
Google.
Because when I showed up and she said, "Where's the donkey?" I have 3 donkey questions, and I was like, "All right, we got to Google unicorns." And she literally went onto Wikipedia and learned 3 facts about unicorns and put those into her. And it was such a fun little game. And at the end, the person that won got a little cake.
Yeah,
And then a big celebration, and everybody. And then I brought them around. We went out and saw all the elder people. So it was a great morale. Nobody got that unicorns are powered by the sun.
I wouldn't have got that either. And that's my
You did.
my,
I learned that yesterday.
That's my
Powered
country's
by
national
The
animal.
sun.
Oh.
Eh?
Yeah, I did learn yesterday too that unicorns poop sprinkles. Yeah,
Glitter sprinkles.
glittered sprinkles. So
There's nothing more traumatic than waiting for a donkey to poop, and
Yeah,
it's
we're
not
so-
glittery.
yeah, we were so worried yesterday the donkey was going to poop with all those kids, and they're going to be like, "That doesn't look like glittered sparkles." Is this a unicorn?
And then that lovely
Blow
wee
our
boy
cover.
would say, "That smells."
Yeah, that would have blown our cover.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Oh, what do the
The
simple
stress
folk
that
do?
I have to live under, and you do too, Elizabeth.
But
And
it's very amusing when you approach it with the right
Yeah.
approach. Because you're better off laughing, otherwise we'd die.
oh, this is like, and I reached out to me and with support, and that was really nice to know that all of you guys know that I don't beat donkeys and don't beat animals.
Well,
That's good.
well, if that's the case, they're obviously supporting the donkeys that beat you, though.
Oh, they
Did
did.
anybody say that was a really bad donkey?
Nobody's gone after Clark.
see.
Nobody's filed paperwork on Clark.
Still time.
Or the pony who's picking at me. We got to work on the pony. I think this is all
This
just
is all to do with the horse being
yeah. And if we
seasoned.
take the Delight and put her in a separate area with, then Clark will calm down.
Yeah.
And Flower will calm down and be normal again. Yeah.
She says,
Okay, not Janine. No, but I am unstable. I have to say that. I just want to put that for the record.
where did you find that? I haven't got that far.
There's Marilyn Monroe out there.
Hey,
Marilyn Monroe.
have you got glasses on? It is
More.
Oh,
Jesus.
Where are the glasses?
Yeah. Then mine. I know where mine are.
Well, yours are on your face.
These actually, when I got hit by the flying donkey, I lost my glasses and they flung from my face.
But
And
they survived.
They've got a couple little scratches on them, but they'll be fine.
Oh, excuse me. This is a problem. Somebody said Nick can cook. Nick can't cook. He is not even vaguely allowed to cook. If this is Nick Tilston, we don't eat anything Nick cooks. Don't eat anything.
Nick told me he cooks.
That's a lie. Can I just have an aside and a story here? So when Nick and I were first dating, right?
Yeah.
He made this phenomenal meal, right? And it was duck. It was roasted duck in fruits of the forest sauce. I was like,
Fruits of the forest. That
wow.
sounds
I
fantastic.
went home and I said to my mother and my now sister-in-law, I said, oh my God, you're not going to believe it, what this man made. And it was beautiful potatoes, roast duck, fruits of the forest sauce. I said it was absolutely phenomenal. And they were like, keep him. Whatever you do, keep him. He can cook. That's phenomenal. I was like, I'm actually being swayed by this fruits of the forest sauce duck. So I was like, great. So then the next time we had, fondue. It was gorgeous. It was tender cuts of beef. We were dipping the beef, we were dipping the bread, the cheese. There was salad on the side. What did throw me a wee bit was he said, how do you cut an avocado? And I'm thinking, why doesn't a gourmet chef know how to cut an avocado? I'm like, right, okay. It's a bit shaky grind. He went, I don't really like it. And then he covered it. I don't really like avocado. I'm like, right, maybe.
Yeah, okay.
So we had all these phenomenal meals, right? Turns out his mother had a catering service that delivered food to her house, right? He can't cook. He really can't cook. If he makes macaroni and cheese, the pasta is hard. If he has one thing that he's perfected, and it is actually sweet and sour chicken. It is the most complex recipe. You have to do stuff to the chicken to make it tender. Then you have to make the batter. Then you have to fry the chicken in a wok. Then you have to make the sauce, and then make the sauce and combine it, and then there's rice. He obviously, you can see him, the steam is coming out the top of his head. It does not compute, but he gets on through to the end, but he cannot cook. He really cannot cook.
He told me he can cook.
I know, it's a lie. Don't fall for it.
I don't want to
Bloody hell.
plant seeds of
No, he
arguments,
can't
but
cook.
he did tell me that.
No.
Yeah.
Ask him to cook you something.
No,
Okay. So as we were, back to our stress
Yes.
and strain,
Yes.
sorry.
Anything else?
Oh, I'm still going. Carlene, is your gate a mighty mule?
What's it? Yes.
Is it?
What is
Yes.
it?
It's a mighty
The gate.
mule, the gate.
The gate. A
The
mighty mule.
Oh, God, we don't need
The
any.
gate.
Now,
That's
have we
the
got
name of the
paperwork? Have we got paperwork for it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. We just gotta find those. The flowers paperwork is from South Carolina. Where did we put that?
I've got it all. I've taken pictures of it all.
Oh, right. God,
How
thank
much
God.
paperwork?
Every animal here has to have paperwork. They didn't come in the house.
And,
They didn't care at all about the dogs.
I
They-
didn't hear about that.
Yeah, Department of Agriculture's livestock. So these are companions. So every animal that's livestock, we have to come up with paperwork today.
How about these chickens?
I don't think they didn't ask for the chickens.
Yeah, they're not interested in chickens.
Yeah, they
I'll
didn't
tell
know.
you, 100 years ago.
Do you want to
when-
throw us under the bus more? Are you making phone calls?
I see that
100
Nick.
years ago, what?
By the way, I just saw that Nick texted you on your phone. Oh, he's probably watching, and he's like, he's gonna.
Well, I bet you he's texted Hilda, because Hilda has just said Nick puts frozen pizza in the oven, and he does that very well. You're quite right.
Yeah.
What happened 100 years ago?
Now you made me forget.
Well, okay, that would be 1924. The Roaring Twenties. Who was in office?
Oh,
Is that Edgar Hoover?
No,
Was it 1920s? Would that
what
be?
were we
Edgar-
talking about before that?
We were talking about cooking.
Chickens.
Chickens.
Oh, the paperwork that we have to come up with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a.
I've got the paperwork.
Yeah. So, and for some reason, where were you all afternoon? I'm sitting out there sweating with like a SWAT team of animal control,
Well, but you
and I'm
didn't-
texting Elizabeth. They're asking me for the paperwork, and I'm like, Elizabeth has it, and I'm texting
But
you.
do you know
and
why I
calling you.
haven't had any phone calls? Because since when did we go to
Oh,
court
you did
Tuesday?
it.
I then realised I put your mother's phone. I was asking her. I found Sizzle. I couldn't see your mum because she was hiding behind the building. She was hiding behind the nut house. I'm like, there's a dog, and I couldn't see the
Oh,
dog,
yeah.
and I was like, it's not one of mine. I thought I better go down and get it. So I went down, and it was Sizzle. And then I saw Carlene, and I was like, oh, we're all good.
And then I came up the driveway.
And then I realised I've got everybody's phones on silent, including my own, so
Oh.
it's not ringing.
Oh, yeah, you know what you have to do is just click it and say, turn off, do not
Yeah,
disturb.
I actually did that because I was also at
Okay.
graduation this morning.
Okay, yeah, so I couldn't get in touch with Elizabeth, and I was out there all by myself, and they're asking me for all this paperwork, which there's the paperwork, somebody grab it. She normally
I
does.
take pictures of it.
Yeah, so,
And
and I know we get all the paperwork, because it's very expensive, all this paperwork that you have to get just to transport animals. Each animal's like $200, so.
And we also give tetanus before we travel.
And we give tetanus before we travel now. We learned that the hard way.
Yeah, in case there's any.
And I got my tetanus shot the other
Did
day.
you get your tetanus too?
Yes.
I got one as well.
Yeah.
So we always.
Now you see why we need just a little bit of support here and there, because these are the expenses that just don't make the front page.
No.
Lordy, $200 just for paperwork?
Your husband is trapped in an elevator,
Oh.
from what that
Is
says.
Well, what does he
An
want me to
elevator?
do
You
from
sure you're
here?
talking about jail?
Oh, jeez.
He's trapped in an elevator.
Is he?
It says, husband here, trapped in an elevator.
Is it Nick?
That does say Nick.
Yeah, but
Send Carlene for help.
yeah, but everybody's giggling, so it must be fine.
I don't know.
God.
Where is he?
He's in No, he's not in Alabama.
I don't think they have
Atlanta.
Atlanta here.
Oh dear, he might miss his flight.
Is he supposed to be home tonight?
Yeah, 1 in the
Okay,
So
good.
it's
That's good, because tomorrow I'm going, what I was about to do
Oh.
when I got the wind knocked out of me again
Okay.
today and saw those, like they come up here like a SWAT team. Good Lord. I was about to blow the driveways, and I was cleaning up all the recycling and all the boxes in the,
Did they all come up at the same time?
yeah.
So in other words, they gathered somewhere to get themselves
Yeah,
together.
and then after, there was 2 police cars that went to the parking pit. So there was 2 police cars in the parking pit. After everybody came up here and waited,
Yeah.
2 police cars and went and sat down there like, I'm going to do something, and they're going to come and arrest me. Because when Shep got here, he was like, the police were in the parking pit.
Oh, did Shep come down?
I don't know how much this costs the state to have all these people come.
Did Shep
talk.
come down as well?
Yep, and Shep came down.
I missed all the excitement.
Yeah. And you didn't see the police cars because they turned and parked where people are supposed to park.
Oh my gosh, they read the signs.
They
are so
all
smart.
went into the parking pit.
That's not wonderful.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing. So it does work.
And the police just sat there like they were on call in case
They were needed.
I did anything. Like, me 100.
That must be my alarm that says Nick is stuck somewhere. It's like the bat signal.
Yeah. So,
If you die, make sure if I die, it's not if you die. If he dies, he wants to be cremated and not buried. What, in the elevator?
well, I was going to put him in the
We put him in the graveyard.
graveyard field.
Oh, I'll fry you first though. Don't worry. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, if that elevator hits the ground, I think you automatically get buried. If it's like way up and it goes down.
Ooh, so they not get you back out. You have to give your remains to your family.
Oh.
They even do that with fishing boats that go
Give them
down.
a pancake.
It's best to be vague about Nick's travels.
Oh, I'm not worried about being vague about next travels. I've got it covered.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I keep saying I'm not going to change my behavior at all, given the fact that I feel like I don't know what's
Under
gonna,
persecution.
Every day I'm scared. I don't sleep at night. Like, what's going to happen tomorrow? I think yesterday was pretty bad. I think today was worse.
Oh my God, tomorrow's Friday.
If those 5 cars all coming up together, then
Yeah, they probably all gathered
they
somewhere.
gathered somewhere.
Yeah.
Good, I'll meet you down.
They heard a good story
Yeah.
Oh my God,
that and
did they have Duncans?
Duncan's, no, there's no Duncans, but they'd heard a good story, and they
Yep.
came in here and they realized there was no good story.
But there's a process. They all line up. And
Oh, yeah, it was very intimidating.
Well, I think the thing is, I think the police have to come as backup because it's.
I know what I was going to talk about.
Oh,
Okay.
right. Go on.
Last time the U.S. Department, not last time, but one time the U.S. Department of Agriculture was here, they were insisting that I vacuum the dust off the window ledge.
And they
You don't do that.
and they also, the ducks who were in the pond didn't have water. That we had domestic ducks, like our personal ducks, that swam in the pond over there, and we didn't have a separate water tub for them.
Well, for them to swim in a circle.
No,
They thought they would drink it.
there was supposed to be a drinking
Or
water
so they
thing
would come out of the pond and drink.
and a pond. As they were swimming in the pond, and we're supposed to have a separate water thing. But I have to say that I don't. These people have. That's what we were talking about for so long. Is they have a really hard job.
Yeah, they do.
In 2024, they get a lot of complaints about a lot of stuff, and it really is hard to identify the real. You know, there's animals out there that are really abused, and there's animals out there that really need their help, and it's hard for them to. And they told a story, and it's hard for them to do their jobs under such scrutiny. They told a story. They had a carriage horse that went down in Hampton, New Hampshire, and they all descended in similar to what they did with me in all of their animal control jackets. And the horse, I guess, had heat stroke. They gave it water. They did IV fluids. He wasn't getting up, so they ended up trying to rock it and kick it to get it up. And the horse finally got up. They got it in an ambulance and they brought it away. And the video went viral.
The only part of it
They weren't
was
really.
that.
He's like, they weren't really kicking. We're just trying to get him up. You know, we're poking him. We're pushing him back and forth. And that video went viral with all the people with the animal control, like pushing and trying to get him up. And he's like, I get it. It's hard to do this job. And then he had another story of like that. There was the one that Tufts, the dead horse at Tufts. They've got stories.
It's such an interesting man. It's a really awful job, and that's why they take a police escort.
Yeah.
Because people actually are very aggressive when they come in.
Then he was talking about how they had a cat hoarder that sued everybody in the animal, and it took 16 years to resolve it all. And he was personally sued from this cat hoarder.
Really?
And I was like, oh God, this can't go on for 16 years.
I think he might genuinely be stuck in an elevator because they're calling the elevator people. You better not miss your flight, Nick. Get on it.
Tell him while he's there to
Jump up and down.
read the label to see what it was inspected last.
Yeah.
Nick, if you're watching, take a picture of yourself in the
Elevator. Post it.
and
Yeah,
post
take a
it.
picture
Yeah,
of it.
we want to see this.
No pictures, no proof.
Yeah.
The inspection sticker. I want to know because
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the inspection sticker.
when Bella got stuck in with George, it was outdated and it had been rejected, and there she was.
You know, anytime anyone on this mail call has ever been in an elevator with my mother, you'll know the first thing she does is turn around and look at the date and read the thing on the inspection. Ever since you got zapped in an elevator, have you? Is that a new thing since you got zapped, or have you always been? I can't remember.
Why not? You're standing there doing nothing.
Yeah, she always. I just remember you always doing that.
You know, I noticed. Okay, you take Tufts now. They put the sign way down about knee high,
So she can see it.
so it's very difficult to see.
But you can still see it.
I know. I looked down there.
You're on it. You're
But
the elevator police.
Right. Right. Well, okay. I'm also the school bus police.
Yes.
Checking for the sign in the back of the school bus that says, I have walked to the back of the school bus and there's nobody sleeping back here.
Yeah.
And we don't even have 50%.
Somebody else checks the certificate. Ginger does.
Good.
She sent a picture to your text.
It's on there.
Oh yeah, no, you send it to
Janine.
me. Send it to me. Yeah, he's stuck in an elevator.
Be safe. Be safe. We miss you. What did we want them to do tomorrow? Gosh, what was I going to tell you? Can't remember. Must have been a goodie. So they were very helpful and actually very pleasant, really.
They were nice. They're just
They're
doing their
doing their
jobs.
job.
And you know what? I appreciate that because I was thinking about it the other day, and I'm like, the other day being yesterday, when this all happened, is
Just hold off one.
Yeah.
Seriously.
The appropriate protocol when you have an animal that you think is being abused is not to call the news. It's to call animal control. It's to call the town. I mean, I did write a book on animal abuse and slaughter and everything else, and you got to follow. But the problem is, most times people call because the horses don't have water or food, and but you have to call the police first. Don't call the news. The news can't do anything other than write a story and fire everybody up.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's like
it was
it's
actually a good.
It's,
one of the
it's
things, a
like
good thing.
it's like judge, jury, and executioner
Yeah.
for people that don't have any capacity
Do you
to
remember
make that
the pony?
decision.
Which pony are you talking
The
about?
pony that I bought for $25 because
Bones.
he didn't have any water.
Yes, Bones.
I went by him early in the morning and he was tied to a tree and he didn't have any water. I come back there later on in the day and he still didn't have any water. He's a pretty bony looking, skinny looking pony. And so instead of calling the animal control, which I could have done, I offered them $25 for the
That's
pony
what
and I
I
brought the
normally
pony
do.
home.
That's what I have done in the past. And a lot of people know.
You just buy
from
them and
me-
get them out of the trouble. It's a
Yeah. From me, I've left notes in people's driveway, in mailboxes, tried to buy ponies. Yeah, I've done that. So, yeah, that is the easiest. That is by far the best and the easiest way to,
Yes.
because what will happen is if an animal is abused or if there is underfed, no water, as long as the horse has a bucket of water, it doesn't need to be clean. As long as the horse has access to water and there is one flake of hay, this is what my understanding, it may have changed, I may be wrong, but back when I wrote my book in 2017, as long as they had access to water, didn't necessarily have to be clean, and one flake of hay, or hay on the property, the animal control could do nothing.
Yeah, they're powerless,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
And in abuse cases, if the animal is abused and showing signs of fear, there's like, if the animal has to show signs of fear and blah, 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 and physical evidence of abuse. Oh, we got confirmation, I see the picture.
Picture.
Then there's a trial. Like it doesn't, you have to be accused of animal abuse, then you've got to be indicted, and then you've got to be so the animal can continue to be abused for a long time. He sent it to your phone.
And that mail
We'll
chat.
post the picture unless Nick wants to send it to me. I'm not getting it.
I've just sent it to him to tell to go to you.
Yeah, it's not coming into mine, but I
Yeah,
thought.
probably he must think I've still got that camera operating, and we definitely haven't.
What camera?
The one that's in the corner, the one that.
Oh.
Did I tell you that? Was I not a technological genius today?
Yes.
I was, Janine.
You're always a technical.
Oh no,
She
never.
talked to the
I
man
talked to
from
I
India.
talked to the poor man about your mother's email. So you need to know that the retrieval person you need to change because it's my phone at the moment. Because he had to send 2 codes, one to your mum and then one to me.
I think that's perfect. So you are now been promoted to the IT person for my mother. That is good news.
But I
Yeah,
gotta
that's
get
good
Judy promoted to the same status. And
No, Judy can have it. I don't think
No,
there's, I don't think there's
I think
enough
this is
work for 2
fantastic.
people.
This is fantastic.
I think
Because you
it's a-
know what? If tomorrow's a bad day, I'm gone by Saturday. I don't know where I'm going to be. I might not even be alive by Sunday.
Don't tell anyone where
I'm,
you're going.
I'm out of here. I've had enough. I will not be on your court. I won't accompany you to court on Tuesday.
But we're having
I won't be
smoothies.
deposed. What?
We're having smoothies and everything.
Oh,
Right,
maybe
go
I'll
after
show up for that.
Tuesday.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
go after Tuesday.
Oh no, he's lonely.
Oh,
He's in the elevator by himself.
he's all by himself.
Oh, but we're keeping you company.
Is he all by himself in the
He's all by
elevator?
himself.
In the elevator?
Yeah.
But at least he has Wi-Fi, and he still hasn't sent me the picture.
He says, thank God for mail chat. Nick, you need to send it to Janine.
Yeah, send me the picture, and I'll put it on.
Oh.
Isn't there a little button that he pushes that calls the fire department?
Am I going down south? Not anytime soon. They're really there's so much going on here
Yeah.
that next week I've got to be here for Elizabeth because I'm moral support. I guess I probably could leave next week. Yeah, I'm leaving. No,
I might just come
no,
with you.
I promised Elizabeth that I would sit with her when she was during her
Yes.
defamation.
Of character.
Of
and-
character.
What else is it? Oh, threatening.
Oh,
bullying,
threatening.
bullying, and what else is it?
I don't know. I don't know. So let's not. That's not an. I'd like to wipe that from the record because I don't know what's on your list.
I don't know what's
I
on
know
the
what's
list
on my
either.
list. So
They keep sending it to me. Stop sending it to me. Send it to Janine. Oh dear. No. Do you know why she didn't sell the house? Because he's keeping it.
oh yeah, no, the house is still on the market, but I'm trying to figure out whether it's going to be possible for. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what the house is still on the market, but.
I think we should all relocate down there. Apart from me in the
Yeah,
summer.
yeah. I think that we should all run away.
Everybody's a bit more laid back and pleasant.
Yes, the people are nicer down there. So I don't know what I'm doing, but
The
right now
official,
it's on
do
the
you know,
market.
the official
I need
people
a
that we've dealt with have actually been really lovely and very
Yeah,
supportive.
I have to say the building inspector this morning was really nice.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
yes, the guy that I spoke to. I've talked to two building inspectors, and they've both been really nice.
Apparently the new people are fine.
Yeah, and you know, like he's like, my job's to make sure that you don't do things to structures so that they fall down
Right.
and kill you. And I was like, well, I was putting in the new post because I thought it would fall down and kill somebody. So he's like, okay, well that's a noble. So we laughed about it. And the last building inspector was really, like, when I had to deal with all that toilet stuff.
He was lovely.
He was really nice too. So they're just trying to do the
Well,
job.
going
and
back to when I was trying to put up that arena,
oh well,
when they-
Yeah, well, were you
You're different.
misbehaving?
Yeah.
I was probably misbehaving.
You
Well,
misbehave, I
I did
know.
not choose the guy he wanted to build the building. And he stuck his finger in. I said, "You're out of your league. You're only a woman."
Okay, but that's you're talking about 20
That's an
years
older
ago.
guy.
Yeah, that doesn't
He's
happen
talking
now.
about 100 years
Yeah,
ago.
I
That
think
was
he
the
got-
story.
Yeah,
I
that was
think
the
he
story.
I think he got fired.
Did he?
Well,
For
we
sure.
don't know that.
shocked.
We only talking facts here. But I don't know that.
He's not here anymore.
But all I can
Dear.
say is the two building inspectors, I think, in town and
They've
they're
been
such a
nicer.
good.
Yes.
And I have to say that the animal control people
Are
that were here,
lovely.
they're
That
doing
guy-
their
yeah,
jobs, and
he's
that's
new.
good. What?
He's new. And he came around with Megan, got introduced.
Who
I
the-
met him.
Oh no, they brought in the state today.
Who?
The
The
state
state.
came in. The state animal control.
Oh.
That's how high level this was.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
But you know, the beautiful thing is, if anything comes of this, you can turn around and say, not only were Channel 10 not interested,
But I also,
but you also were totally and utterly cleared, exonerated, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I got
by
a
Animal
document.
Control, the Massachusetts Wildlife,
Yeah, yeah.
State animal
the
control?
state
Yes.
animal control. Yes.
I didn't know the state had one.
Yeah.
Was the town one?
No.
The town
No,
that
this
comes
was
with.
they were reported to the state
Yeah.
of Massachusetts. These guys were, and he does like, this guy was super interested. He does moving around elephants, and they did. He was involved with the Lyle Jensen
Oh, yeah.
and seizures of tigers, and he was really interesting. And I was like, at the end, I was like, I feel really privileged that I got you to come out and investigate.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We did things with state when we had animal episodes, like bringing in a chimpanzee from
Yeah.
New York.
Yes,
Right.
yes. And he's the guy, he
Yeah.
talked about bears and things like that, and rescuing bears. And
She's
yeah.
checking in case he texted it.
So he was a really interesting person, and the woman who she knows us, the other woman that was there, because I got in trouble with the state a while back with the goats. I think you remember the goats. Animal. I can't remember why animal control came down here, but
Because
why was animal control here?
it was just the regular meeting. It was the regular yearly review.
Oh, and the goats.
And the goats that we brought from the vet, who I was told were up to date with everything and fully
Okay.
above board.
Oh, okay, all right. So that was a problem with the goats, but so we met her then. She was nice, and she worked with us at that point.
Yeah.
It wasn't you because I was in South Carolina.
Yeah.
So we had a history with her, and it was also I got in trouble when I didn't get in trouble.
Do you know, we missed a frigging trick. We should have said, "You're right. They're illegal. Take them. Seize the goats. Seize the goats."
Seize the goats.
Job
Not
done.
the white ones.
Yeah, we like those. Those are
Those.
fine.
Yeah. And we got a few mini mules.
Yeah.
Too. They're not compliant.
And the donkey's a bit suspect at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
In fact, we said that too.
We did, we
We said, we're always very. You're welcome to ask us if there's anything we can do to take in, on board while you're, because that's what we do. And he said, "You don't want to do that." He said, "You really don't want to do that."
Oh, I gotta take this.
All right. Okay.
All right.
So it's been quite the day, but it's nice to see that there are really pleasant people out there who do their job, very efficiently, and you've got to have a sense of humour, because if you don't have a sense of humour,
Yeah.
it's not worth it.
I
really,
really
is
like
it?
to see them doing their job when it pertains to the dealings with the animals.
Yeah.
To have them come down about the paperwork, that might have made me blow my cool.
I've got all the paperwork.
I know you have. I had none.
Oh,
And back when they were dealing with me, every animal on the property had to have a number,
yes.
not a name.
Oh,
They did not want them named. They wanted everybody with a number. And just recently, I came to my stack of brass,
Your tags.
my tags. I had like 300 brass tags with numbers on them because I had to have all these animals with numbers instead of, it was ridiculous. I think I used some rough language on the person. Oh, they've been on the property for like 8 hours and they hadn't yet looked at an animal.
Yeah.
You know, for God's sake, you're here to look at the animals. Go look at them.
Yeah.
You know, it was a little bit the same thing with some of these service dog people. They've all got all kinds of paperwork stuff, but they really don't know what the hell they're doing.
Yes, but everybody chases that certification, don't they?
They do. Well, I didn't.
No. Anyway, it is what it is.
I did have the founder of ADI tell me that my dogs had never been a
Oh, I think it's fine. I don't know what I'm doing. I've got an alarm that tells me I need to be on my way for mail chat, right? And of course, when Janine got me called out, I put the phone down in the house and went down the hill, because I'm a paperwork person, and and it's obviously been going off and going off and going off. So now it likes to go off every 10 minutes or so. Oh, dear. Yeah, well, let's hope none of this chases them up there. Anyway, this is super.
Are we done yet?
Yeah, we are. It's Thursday. It's been another
more?
exciting day. And it's Friday tomorrow. I think we need to
Yeah,
shut.
we ain't got through Thursday yet.
Well, no, there's still, we don't know if we're going to get Nick out of the blinking elevator, do we? Good grief. And I need to shut the gate.
Yeah.
And you know, it's so ridiculous. I actually can't say what's ridiculous, but it's a bit ironic. I don't think it will come out in the wash. Anyway, so Thursday's nearly done. Do you know what? Sophie graduated from middle school, and we went for sushi.
What?
Sophie graduated from middle school.
Oh, good.
Yes, and we went for sushi.
I see.
The three of us, because Nick's not here yet. And free the Nick Tilston one. Dearie me. Now, and that was exciting. That was a nice part of the day. So there's been good parts to the day. Did you do anything today?
No.
You did. You were out in your golf cart. I found you.
I did.
You were hiding.
I sure was.
Yeah.
I was.
But I still found you because you can't go far.
Oh, they don't let me drive on the road after lunch, so I mean, I can't go anywhere.
Oh, you've got enough to go round here.
I know.
Listen.
I have a problem for everybody to solve. I have some very good friends of mine who were with me during the circus episode with their children and all, and they are now in one of the nursing homes that I go to, and they hate it.
Do they?
They absolutely hate it. What can I do? Can I bring them here for the afternoon?
Bring them all down.
Yeah.
You could probably bring them here, as long as you don't drive.
Well, how am I going to get them all home again? I'd have some arranging to do, but I felt terrible for them.
Yeah.
She said, we hate it. This was somebody who suffered with me through a lot of stuff.
I know.
A lot of magazine stuff and circus.
At least they're together.
Yeah.
For the moment.
Yeah.
You know, it's.
I didn't recognize them. She's in a wheelchair, etc. At any rate, I've got that to figure out.
Oh, it would be nice for them to come down.
Yes, it would.
I wonder if there's transport that can, they have access to.
It's a nice home that they're in.
Yeah.
They probably, and the guy that drives the transport lives around the corner, so
Right.
I have some finagling to do here.
Yeah.
Try and get them out of their place.
Yeah. Anyway, I noticed you didn't chime in all the lawyer texts at 11:30 last night. Where were you? Sleeping?
Was I sleeping?
You must have been.
What was the problem with the lawyer last night?
Oh, just about all the building stuff that had been filed, etc. Because we had to go down at 8:30 in the morning. So, anyway.
Well, as long as the animals are okay, that's not my problem.
No, the animals are all fine.
It bothered me the day I saw the dog on the concrete in the urine with no fluffies.
Yeah, well, that's
That's
not
not supposed to happen.
it's not our concern because
Well, it was. It was my dog. It was dogs that I had caused to be born. You know, I'm not happy. Anyway.
tricky one. Anyway,
Okay, on we go.
so it's Friday tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Friday. We'll give it a go.
If we make it through Friday, we'll be back here tomorrow.
I have a sandwich for supper, I think.
If we don't, send mango smoothies. We like them.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Sustenance first, and
Okay,
I'll let you know if we
Let's
get.
wind up and go home
Yeah,
now.
I'll let you know if we spring Nick out of the elevator.
Oh, that's true.
Ugh.
That could be a problem.
That could be problematic. He's supposed to be here at 1 a.m, seriously. Right, night, everybody.
We didn't ask him how long he'd already been there, did we?
No, I didn't.